It is all about money, money, money. If you ask few people, what is prosperity? What is success? It tells you money. They say money talks. Rasul told us that لا الفقر أخشى عليكم ولكن أخشى عليكم أن تبسط عليكم الدنيا كما بسطت على من كان قبلكم. Those before you were in the same state of money and greed and this and that. So Allah gave them dunya. But did it do them well? He said, فَتَنَافَسُوهَا كَمَا تَنَافَسُوهَا. Once you are given wealth, until when everybody thinks that, oh, it's there, then they started competing for it. This was the end of their thinking, and they made dunya and wealth to be the end of their objective. So they also did the same. They went too deep into competing with this, and then Rasulullah said, what was their end? وَتُهْلِكَكُمْ كَمَا أَهْلَكَتْهُمْ. You know what happened to those nations? They were destroyed. The wealth destroyed them. The wealth ruined their lives. So Rasul said that this wealth will also ruin your life as it ruined the life of those before you, because it was focusing on wealth without using that wealth, or without being closer to Allah and without remembering Allah. I want to give you, when we mentioned Rasulullah, somebody told me that Imam Shafi, I think I lived in Medina in the time of Rasul. I had an answer in my heart. I didn't tell him. I'm going to tell you what I would have told him. His salah was a problem. Salah. I know him. He's a close friend. His salah was a problem. I wish if I told him that maybe it's good for you that you live now. Because there are people who took shahada in Medina. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected them. إِذَا جَاءَكَ الْمُنَافِقُونَ قَالُوا نَشْهَدُ إِنَّكَ لَرَسُولُ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ إِنَّكَ لَرَسُولُ وَاللَّهُ يَشْهَدُ إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ لَكَاذِبُونَ. Allah called them liars. Allah called them liars. Because يَقُولُونَ بِأَلْسِنَتِهِمْ مَا لَيْسَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ. They only say with their tongues, with their mouth, what is not established in their heart. They came trying to deceive Allah and the messenger and the believers. وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. Do you know what was the life of the Prophet in Medina? You have a car, you have a house, you are not homeless, you have a job, 2, 3, 4 jobs. You have done a lot, maybe where you came from or in America. You are good, brother. Do you know what was the life of Sahaba? I'm going to give you a picture, inshallah, then I conclude my khutbah. Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu yarwi lana. وهو عبد الرحمن ibn Sakhri al-Dawsi. He said that خرج رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات ليلة فإذا هو بأبي بكر وعمر. One night, the Prophet left his house. At night, he left his house. It seems that Medina is calm. There is not a lot of movement in Medina at that time, right? So Rasul is leaving Medina. He's leaving his house. Somewhere on the street, he's meeting with Abu Bakr Siddiq wa Umar al-Faruq radiyallahu anhuma. Rasul, Abu Bakr, and Umar ibn Khattab are meeting in the street of Medina at night. فقال لهما النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet told them, ما أخرجكما من بيوتكما هذه الساعة. Oh, Abu Bakr and Umar radiyallahu anhuma, what took you out of your house at these hours of night? Why are you on the street? Which means it was expected that everybody should be in his house. Why are you here? فقال, both of them said, الجوع يا رسول الله. الجوع يا رسول الله. You know what al-ju' is? You have breakfast, and then you jump, you skip lunch, you get dinner, and you cry. Don't know what is happening with my life. So spoiled Muslims. We are so spoiled. You get one meal, strong meal, strong lunch, you still complain. You have 3 jobs, they fire you from one, you start saying, make dua for it. I don't know what is happening. You don't know how it's. Al-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is meeting with Abu Bakr Siddiq and Umar ibn Khattab in the street of Medina, and he asked them, why are you outside your homes? And they say, Ya Rasulullah, one answer, hunger. We are so hungry, Ya Rasulullah. We are starving, Ya Rasulullah. We could not take hunger, Ya Rasulullah. We cannot stay at home, Ya Rasulullah. We said, let us take a walk out of hunger. That is why we are on the streets of Medina, Ya Rasulullah. I wish I was like Abu Bakr. Can you? Could you afford? Rasul told them, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ, I swear by Allah, in whose hand my life is, أَخْرَجَنِي الَّذِي أَخْرَجَكُمَا. You see me on the street here? You see me, Rasulullah, being on the street? I also left my house because of hunger. I am hungry, oh Abu Bakr. I'm hungry, oh Umar. Have we reached that level? We work, we drive with our houses, we are not praying. We work, we have money, extra, we get everything, we are not making dhikr, we are not remembering Allah, we are not making istighfar, we are weak in our Islam, some of us, illa man rahima rabbi. We are not dedicated to fulfill the covenant we made with Allah when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made life very easy for us. What is wrong with us? What are we going to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on what we have? Is it because of what we have that we don't worship Allah? Are we sending a message that Allah, you have given us everything, take it away, we're going to worship you? What do we want, Ummati Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam? You have wife and children. You made a lot of dua some years back. Ya Allah, if you gave me this, I'm going to go to Hajj. Ya, a lot of promises that you never fulfilled. You asked Allah for 1,000, Allah gave you 100,000. What are you going to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah? So Rasul told them, come with me. Where are they going to? So Rasul went to the house of one Ansari. And when he arrived, he found the husband is around, but he went to fetch fresh water for his wife. Men, we need to serve our wives. You are not a man, you are not a Muslim husband if you don't help your wife at home. I'm going to give a full khutbah next week. Don't run away, inshallah. Yeah, you are not a good husband. You are not a Muslim husband if you don't help your wife at home. Who do you follow? لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Rasul used to كَانَ يَقُومُ بِمِهْنَةِ أَهْلِ أو فِي مِهْنَةِ أَهْلِ. Rasul used to help his wife with everything at home that he could. Cultural barriers and traditional barriers has destroyed our homes. That is why some women are bad, but some men are very bad. I'm a man, I'm providing, I'm working. Why should I do this? Why should I do this? Go home and change diapers if you can. Allah will give you Jannah, inshallah. They went to a house of Ansari. The man is not around, yani he's not in the house but around. So wife welcomed them and she brought them some dates. Huh? Some dates. As they are eating, her husband is walking in and he was the happiest that day. He said that today, no one is more honored than me receiving the best guests. You know who are these? Rasulullah is in your house. And the best in this ummah after Rasul is Abu Bakr Siddiq is in your house. And Umar al-Faruq is in your house. Ahlul Jannah. These are people of paradise. They are walking on earth, but already they have been registered in Jannah. They are in your house. This person never say, No. He went, slaughtered a sheep. It was well barbecued, brought to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فَأَكَلُوا وَشَرِبُوا وَشَبِعُوا. They ate, they drank, and then until when they were full. As they were full, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ. I swear by Allah, in whose hand my life is, لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ عَنْ هَذَا النَّعِيمِ. Oh Abu Bakr and Umar, I want to remind you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you about this favor and ni'mah and blessing tonight. This food, Allah will ask you about it on the day of judgment. Allah will ask you about your money on the day of Qiyamah. Allah will ask you about the food that you eat on the day of Qiyamah. Allah will ask you about your car and all the blessings that He has bestowed upon you. He will ask you on the day of Qiyamah. Then He reminded them that أخرجكم من بيوتكم الجوع. You remember? Few hours ago, hunger and starvation brought you out of your homes, not knowing what you're gonna eat and where. ثم لم ترجعوا حتى أصابكم هذا النعيم. And you did not return home. Allah did not leave you alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala found a way for you until when you are going home now, your stomach is full. You are not crying about hunger again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you about it. My brothers and sisters in Islam, be serious with your deen. Strengthen your relationship with Allah. Everything you have of life will be taken away. Your car, you will leave it behind. Your wife, husband, you leave it behind. Your children, you will leave it behind. Every house that you bought will be left behind. Other people will enjoy it. What is this that you have prepared to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with? It has to be, you must have fulfilled the covenant that you made with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا بَدَّلُوا تَبْدِيلًا. And nothing changed you. Wealth, poverty, anything did not change you except that you move forward worshipping Allah until when Malakul Maut came to you. Astaghfirullah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله، إن لله عبادا فطنا طلقوا الدنيا وخافوا الفتن